Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Brigade of Flames, Chapter 97. Now, I know this video is around 24 hours late, but I spent all yesterday doing work, and I spent all today so far being in class, so this is the first chance I got to do this video, so we're gonna do it now. Do it now. And probably 98 will be out before the day's over. So yeah, where we last left off, Shinra being possessed by Hirohashi Rame, whose name we learned last time, attacked Kareen and the 119 dogs. And then Arthur and Ogun showed up to put a stop to him. They kind of clashed for a while, and Hirohashi Rame told him that she would lead him to his mother. And I don't know where we're going to go from there, because that's where 96 left off. But now we have Chapter 97, The Relationship with the Night King. And the scanlators page, yada yada. I screwed something up there. Blah 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 blah. Okay, here we are. Yeah, so we open on flames and like fire, and we're back in like Shinra's mindscape in Adora. And Hirohashi Rame is still like clinging over him. You want to meet your mother, yes? If you kill them, I'll reunite you. Back in the real world, everyone's kind of squaring off against Shinra. Adora Link? So if we stop it, Shinra will come back to us. But how are we going to do that? Come back to us? Why are we the ones always having to take care of him, even now? That's being too generous to him. But if this idiot's cracking up like this, then I'll just have to cut him down without mercy. Oh boy, Arthur. Go, Arthur. You hear me, demon? I'm giving you 3 chances. On Wednesday, I'll cut you down. So get your sanity back before then. He's giving him a few days to, like, walk away. Yeah, crazy Shinra's not taking that. And Shinra, like, jumps out and, like, kicks at him. Not listening? 3 chances. And, like, elbows him in the gut. And Shinra kind of steps back, and Arthur's sword, like, goes flying down towards Shinra's, like, shoulder. And Arthur, like, kicks Shinra in the... Shinra blocks it with his hand, but like he's aiming for Arthur's like chest, for Shinra's chest. That was your first chance. And Ogun speaks up. The deeper you fall into illusion, the stronger you become. Your strength is like that plasma. So what's making you look like that? I was born a kingly knight, and I was educated as such. Kingly knight? Now you're from a noble family? What family do you fantasize? A noble family. A royal family, and a noble family. Wait, what kind of family did I have? Arthur is so out of it, and Ogun is like so done with this shit. The fire of the rest. This looks like some kind of a flashback? Because we see the black, outlining the panels. I don't know what's up with that. The fire at the restaurant from yesterday morning is cleared. Days ago, there was a case of food poisoning in this restaurant, and it was in debt. So this is someone on this TV talking. Damn, we're in the news, and there's some girl here who I don't recognize? Maybe she's Arthur's mom? Why did I say Arthur's parents? I don't know how to get to tomorrow, but I finished preparing dinner. Please get your father. And we see a guy here who looks like it could be a young Arthur. We look at the back of his head. Okay. And we see in front of him now. We don't get a good look at his face, so I can't quite tell. I'm assuming it's a young Arthur now, though. Hey, dinner's ready. And we see his dad in like a Stetson covering his face. And he takes his hat off. Our family finances are now a pile of ashes, like the remains of a burnt car. And he looks at the hat. What's up, Arthur? Yep, that is Arthur's hat. I'm Arthur's dad. That is young Arthur. Whatever, I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Why do you keep this hat over your face? Were you looking for something? You always say interesting things, Arthur. That's right, your old man just has to stare into this hat. And he's looking into space, seeing all the stars in the sky. Ah, so they're a whole family of delusional people. How wonderful. And Arthur's dad covers Arthur's face with the hat. Hey! Liar, it's pitch black. Are you sure? And Arthur like stares into the hat, and he looks on like bored at first, and his eyes kind of light up. And he sees a whole like castle. I see a castle. Your castle. A castle? Incredible. And you have knights. And Arthur's mom walks in. What are you two doing? And, it looks like her hand reaches out and touches somebody else's hand. I can't tell if that's Arthur's dad or Arthur. But Mama Boyle looks shocked. Oh, and it is Arthur's dad, who holds her in like a dance pose. Come on, Arthur, the ball is about to start. We're loading. Yeah, now I guess we're back in reality. Still the past though, still the past. And we see a bunch of, and Arthur, in reality it's just like a single fish and a bowl of rice. But in Arthur's mind it's like this whole feast. And Arthur like looks at his parents all happy-eyed. We keep seeing fantasy and reality like coincide. Father, mother, what's this? To our beloved son Arthur, your mother and father have gone on an adventure to save the world. This castle is now yours. Starting today, you are the king. King? Oh shit, did they die? And he created the whole like fantasy just to like pretend his parents were still alive? Is that what's about to happen? Anyway, we're back in the present now. I'm assuming right now that his parents are dead. And he like is in denial. Since that day, I became the kingly knight. So they disappeared? You were abandoned, and Pan like blows the whistle. And Shinra like launches a kick at Arthur, who blocks it with his sword. And Shinra like lands on his hands, like spins around, and Arthur runs at Shinra and slices at him, but Shinra like barely dodges it. And Arthur grips his sword a little weirdly, and Shinra notices that. Oh, and he starts like about to ram it into Shinra's neck. And it looks like it does some damage to Shinra. You have only one more chance. Are you going to give up being a hero and die like this? Hero? I've never needed something so useless. Useless? So why were we always fighting? I already told you. I'm going to burn down everything. And Shinra gets like what looks like a barrage of kicks into Arthur and like backflips away. And lands on his feet. If I keep hesitating, this will turn out bad for me too. Captain Pan? Yes, I'm using a heat resistance buff on both of them. But if they continue like this, one of them is going to die. And Ogun just kind of smirks. No, they've always been like this. I've always been stuck as the judge for their silly fights. And since neither one could win, I had to stop them. This fight's just beginning. And R kind of like looks more concerned. Captain Pan, be prepared to stop them. Understood. Hero and Knight. And we're now back to like Shinra and Arthur facing off. Hero and Knight. We've had many fights to decide who is better, but we never got a result. Now it doesn't matter. Really. So you've abandoned your beliefs. So I don't need to hold back. The voice of competing rivals. Can Shinra regain his beloved belief? The real battle begins now. To be continued in chapter 98. Shinra versus Arthur. And we have another page of what looks like the character bio for Arthur, who is still amazing. I love Arthur so much. Yeah. So this was not a great chapter compared to like what we got last time with 95 and 96, but this was still a good chapter. We saw part of Arthur's past and why he always. So I'm having trouble swallowing today. I don't know why. I was supposed to take all the long pauses because like swallowing is just, I don't know, it's harder than it normally is. Anyway, we saw like Arthur's past and why he always like hallucinates all this shit about being like a knight. So that was kind of cool to see. We found out that his parents are not around, whether or not they just disappeared or whether they're dead. I think they're dead and he's just in denial about it. But that's still up in the air. On the Shinra front, we didn't really get any more insights onto what Hideyoshi Rame's actual like objective is, other than just like random mayhem. So that's kind of a plot point or progression on that plot. And other than that, it's kind of like really all we got. This was just kind of a simple battle chapter with a little sprinkle of backstory. So there's not a whole lot to talk about. I'm going to end it off here. I think we're only one chapter behind the Japanese release now. I think chapter 99, though, is coming out tomorrow, so hopefully 98 will be out by then, and then tomorrow we can start 99 will be out, and we can be, like, updating it with the series from now on. Fully caught up every week. That'll be new for Fire Brigade, but I feel like we're getting somewhere. And chapter 100 is in like 3 more chapters, so we're, close to a big milestone. Which, honestly, at this point, I imagine the Shinra Arthur fight is gonna finish off in like chapter 100. That I don't know, maybe it'll be like a supersized chapter. I don't know. So like 100 is a big number, and we have this fight brewing. So I think we're gonna finish this fight off in 3 more chapters. Round it off at 100. Especially because Ogun said the fight's like just getting started. So I imagine there's still more, as we're gonna see them go all out to try to take each other down. And then probably at that, Shinra will be lifted from the influence of Hito Hashirame, and we'll have to see where her character goes from there. I don't know. We don't know anything about Hito Hashirame. She's just kind of here. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this video here. I hope you enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, you can drop me a like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye!